Do you still struggle with finding great samples? If yes, then today we'll go through 5 tips to spot a great sample in 5 seconds. For each one of these tips, we'll find a sample and make a beat with it. So hi, I'm Benny and I've studied almost everything there is to know about sampling like Kanye West, helping hundreds to improve at sampling. So I'll break down each one of these tips, how you can use them and what do you need to watch out for. Starting with the tip number 1, which is not all samples are equal. So when it comes to samples, I actually like to make a distinction between 2 types, and you can call these types whatever, but in Sample Academy, my community, I like to call them the samples perfect sound and art-wise. So basically, samples perfect sound-wise are perfect when it comes to the way they were recorded. Like they're clean, there is no noise, and they're generally pretty easy to work with. Now, when it comes to samples perfect art-wise, they're perfect in a way they affect you emotionally, or they're perfect in a way they make you feel. So the important thing here is knowing that depending on what type you're looking for, you will just have to focus on different elements. So for this beat, I wanted to focus on finding a sample perfect art-wise, because personally, even though working with this type is way harder, I still think it just gives better results. So I found this sample called Treat Her Like a Lady, and it sounds like this. So what I did with it is I pitched it down 4 semitones and I added this cymatics origin and this EQ just to contain the frequencies of the sample. That way I have more space for myself later on when I add other stuff. And so I actually went ahead and chopped up this sample and I made 2 different sections. So section number 1 is just this like longer chop that I use for the intro. And then the second part is the one where I leave a lot of like empty spaces so I can play around with my instruments a little bit and I can have this like call and answer response with my sample and the instruments. So it's gonna sound quite nice. You will see in a moment. But for now, let's listen to the first section and how I chopped it up. It's nothing crazy, but for now, I'll just delete this because I want to focus on the second section. And so what I add to it is this analog lab bass. And I went ahead and actually created 2 different variations of the bass just because it's gonna make the beat feel constantly progressing and it's not gonna be as boring. One thing I also want to show you is how I processed this bass, because what you heard here was actually all of the processing on my bass, and if I just disable it, the bass sounds like this. So what I did is I just added a little bit of analog clip to thicken all of this up. I added this additional rack to double my signal and I sent the second signal into this chorus, which just makes the entire bass feel way wider. And then later on, I just have this sidechain compressor for when the kick comes in, but right now it's not going to be doing much. And listen to how the bass sounds now. Next thing that I added is my favorite instrument, which is this Juno synth. And again, I made 2 variations of chords. So the first half is like this very simple pattern, which to be honest, you cannot even call it chords because it's just 1 note playing in 2 octaves. And then the second pattern looks like this. It's a little bit more complex, but it's just a really simple 1-3-5 chord. And all of this together sounds like this. Now for my drums, I decided not to overcomplicate it, so I just grabbed this drum break by Bernard Purdy called Bernard's Backbeat, which by itself sounds like this. So I just warped it, got it on tempo, looped it, added a little bit of processing with analog clip to thicken it all up, and an LA2A compressor to squeeze the juice out of it. And now if I play it to you with my instruments, it's gonna sound like this. Also, you might have noticed that I added this crash, but mostly I just use it as a riser. And lastly, to finish this beat off, I grabbed another Juno synth, but this time it's this sine wave preset. And I made this melody with it just to add a little bit of life to the beat. And yeah, that is the full beat. So if I take all of this and arrange it all out, it's going to sound like this. number 2, how you look is more important than where you look. So the truth is, you can find great samples everywhere. You just need to look for them the right way. So I have this sample called Help Me Make It Through the Night, and the way I found this sample was just so random, because I got it from one of the weekly samples on Sample Academy, which who would have thought that Sample Academy has great samples handpicked by me each week. By the way, it's first link in the description, so go check it out. Anyway, from our side, what I did with the sample is I worked it to tempo, I pitched it up 2 semitones, and I chopped it up using the 3-1 technique. By the way, if you don't know what the 3-1 technique is, it's just when we have 2 sample chops and we repeat chop A 3 times and then chop B once. But for now, let's just listen to how this sample sounds.
All I'm taking is morning light.
Now the first thing I wanted to add to this is this very hard 808, so I found this in my library. And I played this pretty simple pattern, but it just fits so nicely into the beat.
All I'm taking is morning light.
Next thing, I wanted to add a little bit of instrumentation to this beat just to make it a little fuller. So what I did is I grabbed 2 Juno synths. The first one is this Juno synth, which I'm gonna use for chords, and the second one is this squared off lead synth, which together with the 808 they sound like this. And now all we're missing here is drums. So for the drums, I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling here a little bit, but I'm actually gonna give you this pro tip for when you're struggling with drums, is to just beatbox them. And so that's exactly what I did. Here at the bottom you can see my drums beatboxed, which if we actually listen to it, it sounds like this.
All I'm taking is morning light.
And so already having that, I just simply grabbed these kicks, this snare, these 2 hi-hats, and a shaker. I just traced my beatboxing while adding this very simple 2-step hi-hat pattern for the second part of the loop, and it came out sounding like this.
All I'm taking is morning light.
So if I just grab all of this and arrange it all out, here is how the final beat for the tip number 2 is going to sound.
All I'm taking is morning light. All I'm taking is I don't care what's right on.
Now for tip number 3, I'm going to tell you to actually focus on the sample. And basically the thing is, if you just half-ass listen to the sample while being distracted, it's not that you won't find a good sample, but you will miss the best ideas. So just focus, bro. And for this point, I found this sample called Dolly My Love by The Moments, and why I picked specifically this beat for this point is because the thing I use from this sample is the chords. So if you listen to the sample, it sounds like this. And so the first thing I did is I went ahead and grabbed this Juno synth and I just interpolated the chords from the sample into the synth. So the chords by themselves sound like this. And to make it sound even better, I added this phaser, a little bit of reverb and some redux to make it sound even bigger and a little bit drawn out and lower quality, which is going to sound like this. But basically the thing here is that if I wasn't focusing on the sample, then I wouldn't have caught those chords. Because me personally, when I'm sampling, I mainly focus on the vocals. And so this would have just completely gone over my head. But now to build this out further, I actually added the sample back in. But instead of adding this sample chop that you've already seen, I've stem separated the vocals from a different chop in the sample, which look like this. And I just added a little bit of processing to them with this reverb and this EQ, which together with the chorus sounds like this. and this already sounds super nice, so let's just keep going with this. Next thing that I grabbed is this analog lap bass. And I didn't do anything crazy with this, it just follows my chords, so it sounds like this. It just adds some nice thickness overall to the entire beat. Next, I made two melodies, one with this analog lap synth, and the second one with this marbles preset from Juno. And together with the chords, they sound like this. So they just add a little bit of nice detail to the entire beat. Now to finish this up we need drums. So for the drums I didn't do anything crazy, I just grabbed this kick, this clap, this hi-hat and made this very simple trap pattern, but it just fits perfectly into the beat. So if I actually grab all of this and arrange it all out, here is how this finished beat is going to sound. But now for tip number 4, I want you to figure out your type. And I know, I've already talked about types in tip number 1, but this is not what I'm talking about here. So to explain this, let me give you a comparison. Basically, looking for samples is like looking for women. Technically, you can find a pretty girl everywhere, but everyone has their type. So some like girls who work out, some like girls who do some other stuff. So you might as well look in the specific places that your type hangs out at. I hope it made sense, but what I mean by this is that most people have a type in samples, and sometimes people have even more than one type. So for example, for me, one of my types is like the typical Chaka Khan soul sample, so basically like the vanilla ice cream of samples. But also a different one of my types is 1970s rock samples. So all this to say, know what you're looking for and then explore that further, but just remember to occasionally go outside of that. But let's actually get into this beat. So here I use this rock sample and it's called Mariner by Angel. I warped it to tempo, pitched it up 4 semitones and added quite a bit of EQs to it, and after chopping it up it sounds like this. Now those gaps that I left here, they're gonna make a little bit more sense once we add the drums, but for now let's focus on the bass. So for the bass, I grabbed this wonk bass, which sounds like this. And I literally just have 2 notes playing over and over again here, so nothing crazy, and it sounds like this. Then I went ahead and grabbed this Juno synth. I made these chords with it, and I actually did like a fun production trick because I recorded myself humming into the microphone, and then I used these chords to re-pitch my humming, so my vocals humming is like a nice additional layer that's just going to fill up the frequencies a little bit. Now for the drums, I use pretty much my favorite technique, which is just using a drum break, chopping it up, and then layering it with additional kicks and snares. So altogether it's going to sound like this. To finish this up, I'm just gonna grab this sine wave, this electric guitar, and if I grab all of this and arrange it all out, here is how it's going to sound. And now for a the last tip, I'm going to tell you to not overthink your samples. So if you hear a sample and you get inspired, even just for a second, then just download that sample and try using it. Like, don't overthink whether it's a perfect sample or if Kanye would use it. Just try doing something with it, and if it doesn't work out, then just put it away in your music vault to never touch it again. But I would much rather you have 500 shitty samples that you tried doing something with than one perfect sample that you can't even make a beat with because you don't even have a skill to chop it up. So here's my sample called Siren Ballad by Blackjack. And at the beginning, I actually wasn't sure at all about this sample. But still, I got it on tempo, I chopped it up, and here's what I've got. And now to take it further, I've actually stem separated it, so I just wanted to use the vocals by themselves. I added this bass and made this pattern with it, which together with the sample sounds like this. Now I went ahead and built chords on top of it. For one of the chord layers I used strings. And for the second one I used this arpeggio analog lap synth, which with the bass sounds like this. I added a chopped up drum break by Honey Drippers, layered it with this kick, added an electric guitar, and that is the entire beat. So if you want to learn to sample just like Kanye West and you want access to my personal sample vault, then check out Sample Academy, it's first link in the description. And now that you know how to find a hit sample, you should probably learn how to chop it up, and for that check this playlist out, which has every sampling technique I ever talked about.